to the Crown Spin, where it's all about the flow. We got the hottest podcast, no need to go slow. We're here to entertain, gonna let it all show. Get ready for the lituation, straight from the get-go. We got the panels flowing, got the speakers on fire, talking about the topics that everyone desires. Crown family with the king, that's our empire. Tent is contenting, taking it higher. We bring the heat, we bring the vibe, we bring the energy. The Crown Family Podcast is where it all begins.
Do I feel like what?
I mean, do you love Larry? You care for Larry and hope the best for him? I know you said earlier that you don't, but I mean, he's constantly saying this in every message.
Listen, man, like I said earlier, I don't have any feelings about this dude in any way. Like I don't have any thought about how I want his life to be. I don't want him to fail. I don't want him to succeed. I don't care. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, it's like I don't have any opinion about how his life is. As far as emotional, if I love him, like he's not present in my life in any way. Like it's like asking me if I love a stranger. Like I just don't care, bro.
Do you believe that he should be
Like,
charged
that's what it
criminally?
is.
Do you believe that he should be charged criminally for the things that he did to you and others?
No, for sure, man. For sure, because it's criminal. I definitely
Absolutely.
do, man. I definitely do. Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
So if there was a case, maybe the feds picked this up, would you participate in the trial?
No, it's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your reply to Larry's is, "Hey, Reid, so it's clear that the convo I had with PB, who you said is Pastor Bryant Shamako,
Yeah.
was misrepresented. So let me clarify. I didn't ask him why you deleted me. I told him I noticed you deleted me. When I went to the messages, you and you, the message you when I went to message you a few weeks ago. Okay. You don't owe me an explanation for anything you decide to do with your life. It's not that I was uncomfortable asking you why. I just wasn't interested. If deleting me and Ash is one of the things it takes to make your life more enjoyable, then I encourage it. Honestly, if a vision was enough, which I don't believe, for you to make in a moment decision to delete me from your social media without pursuing a conversation after almost 10 years of relationship history. We were never as close as I wanted to believe all these years anyway, bruh. So let's stop right there. First, let's talk about the vision. Okay. Was Larry known to have visions? Does he have a lot of visions?
Yeah, that was like so. That was the nature of the church, man. It was a very spooky spiritual environment in terms of every major change that would happen in the church, it would begin with a vision. The
My,
church
my,
moved
my.
around several times, even moving to Atlanta. When the church moved to Atlanta, was supposed to move to Atlanta. It all started from a vision. When the church moved from uh, Fayetteville to Raleigh, it started with a vision. Everything always started with, and he would give it a spiritual connotation, and go from there. So yeah, that was very very prevalent at that time.
My. So these visions, did they oftentimes come true?
Yeah. A lot of times they would come true. I mean, yeah, I can't take that from him. Like he does have a gift when it comes to seeing things spiritually and that kind of thing. Yeah. So a lot of times it would come true.
My. Maybe this was the vision he was having. You go on to say, you don't believe the vision, um, and you don't like the spare the moment decision that he made, to delete, um, to delete you from your social media, without pursuing a conversation after almost 10 years of relationship history. Um, you so you feel as though he should have reached out to you.
Yeah. At that, like in response to what he was saying, he's saying that he had a vision, right, which is some bullshit, right?
Mhm.
The idea of that, like you have a dream about something. It's like you have a dream. So you have a dream that the mailman shot you, right? And the next day you get up, and as soon as you see the mailman, you already pointing your gun at him because you had a dream that he shot you, right? That's essentially what he did. So he had this dream that I did something and responded to the dream if it was real, if it was reality. And what I told him, I said, based on what you're saying is bullshit. Like you can't tell me you had a dream and off the dream alone that was enough for you to say, okay, I'm going to delete them from my friend list. And that's why I said in the quotations, which I don't believe. I don't believe you just had a dream. You was already feeling away, which is cool. Like, and
No,
above.
his dreams and his visions. That's was his way of manipulating the people in the church and
Oh,
young
facts.
boys.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Everything was given a spiritual basis. Everything surrounding the things that happened with he and I was given a spiritual basis. Had it not been, I wouldn't have been with it in any way. He had to give it a spiritual basis. He gave it like the spiritual thing. And
Yeah, he said that God wanted him to. God gave him the what he said. This is how God, has was God gave him this to give to help people in this way, type of thing. I forget his exact words. This is gonna come to me in a second. The wording that he used, but yeah, he definitely was putting it in a biblical context on the show. You go on to say that you guys were not as close as you wanted. What did you want the relationship between you and Larry to be like?
so you got to read that with the right context. So read that full sentence again, and then I'll respond to it.
Okay, you said you were never as close as you wanted to believe all the years anyway, bruh. Um, how did you guys how did you want to believe that your relationship was? What did you believe?
I guess you got to read the sentence above that one and that one, right? Because like
Okay, I'm gonna read it all together. I'm gonna read it
if you
all
just
together, and
read
then I'm
that,
gonna allow
then
you to
yeah,
respond.
yeah,
Yes,
then
I'm gonna
I'll
read it all
respond.
together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna allow you to respond. Okay.
So
He said, for you to make a in the moment decision to delete me from your social media without pursuing a conversation after almost 10 years of relationship history, we were never as close as I wanted to believe all these years anyway, bruh.
So it wasn't a matter of me wanting a certain type of closeness. It was just that I was responding, and it like with his response, it kind of redefined what I thought our relationship was in terms of that father son thing. If for you to say that I'm a son to you and you're like a dad to me, a dream isn't going to cause you to delete someone from your friend list or etc. Right?
Absolutely.
A dream alone, and so that was the point I was making. Like
Yeah.
if a dream alone can say, oh, okay, yeah, well, I had this dream, so I need to delete you. Like that doesn't sound like,
Yeah, things started
you know what
clicking
I
for
mean?
you too. Your vision started to become clear as well. When he
Yeah,
deleted you, you started to realize like this father son dynamic is bullshit.
for sure.
And you started to think back of and you realized like you had been molested. Absolutely, I totally understand that. So let's get through these messages. You go on to say. You don't owe me anything. Even your explanation for why you deleted us agrees with my logic. You were able to rationalize that a conversation needed to happen, and in response to that rationalization, you decided deleting us was best. That's not the way you respond in a relationship that has value to you. At least that's what you told me. I'm not sure what you meant by under the circumstances. I see why you didn't. I was never aware of a circumstance being created. We don't talk. My initial intent for wanting to inbox you was to let you know I forgive you. The last 18 months have taught me a lot about my relationship with myself and every other relationship in my life. I have had to swallow some really hard truths. One of them is the fact that for the past 7 years, I have assisted in helping you believe that you did not molest me as a teenager. You have probably already internalized this on some level, but never enough to apologize. So I did the work for you. I don't need it though. So you basically are saying here that Larry molested you, and for the past 7 years you had been helping him internalize that this was okay, and he never apologized for. And in the very next message, Larry's response is, "I've apologized until I'm blue in the face." He's apologizing in the very next message, and we're gonna get into it in just a moment. But I want to speak to some of the stuff that you said here. How did you help Larry internalize that it was okay what he did to you?